Now, as we go into this, I want to explain an important frame for sales in general. I like to consider sales as the bridge. If the client or prospect, is here, right, and they need to go here, their goal, can you bridge the gap to overcome the obstacle that they have? That is a really valuable framework to use not only in your mind, but to express transparently to your audience, explaining, here's where you are now. I want to help you get here. I need to know what the actual obstacle is to help you bridge that gap. And if I can truly support you, I'd be more than happy to help you. So let's dive into the actual frames itself. First and foremost, in all caps, record your calls. Obviously, in order to get better at sales, you need to be able to listen to your calls back. I know it's not super comfortable, but it is super important to do so. You got to watch the game film. That's how amazing athletes continue to get better, watching them actually play the game. We're talking about practice. We're talking about practice. You've got to record the calls, review them. And of course, if you end up working with us, I'll review them for you. And that's the idea. So let's talk about the frames here. The first two frames are the setter frames, meaning you're setting the stage for what this call is all about. The first one is the time and result frame. The time result frame is how long the call is going to be and the purpose of the call. The problem without doing this frame is that people sometimes don't know that this is going to be a sales call, or that they don't have enough time. So you're in the sales, framework, you're excited, you're ready to close them, but they say, hey, I only had 10 minutes. I got to run. That sucks, obviously. No one wants to deal with that. So time result frame is pretty simple. Hey, Charlie, we're going to chat for 30 minutes today. I want to see how I can best support you today and see if there's a chance for us to work together ongoing, which I'd only make you an offer if I feel really comfortable that I can support you. Does that sound good to you? Simple, easy, and to the point. The next one is the why are you on this call frame. In my personal opinion, the most important frame in all of sales. Asking someone why they're giving you their most valuable asset is so key. So let's dive into this. 3, 2, 1. Hey, look, Luke, I really appreciate you giving me your time today. It's the most valuable asset you have, and I want to make sure I deliver for you. Do you mind sharing with me what you're hoping for on this call so I can make sure it's worth your time? Now, side note, the reason you ask this question is they start telling you about why they actually took the time out of their day to speak to you, and it sets them up to remember that they're already giving you their most valuable asset. You, the salesperson, and them, the prospect, often think the most valuable asset they have is their credit card. Truly, the most valuable asset is their time. So it makes it set up your stage a little bit easier to sell them down the line. Let's talk about the 3 W's. And this, again, is going to be that bridge. Where are you now? Where do you want to be? What's the obstacle holding you back? Now, obviously, in your sales specific, whether you're working with roofers or you're working with realtors or you're doing med spas or you have, a gym coaching program, whatever it is that you specifically do, you're going to have a nuanced question list in these 3 W's, but these are the kind of frames that you're looking for. You don't want to just ask where are you now and where do you want to be? Consider that. It's really important to have a very specific question frame for yourself so that it matches your niche. Now, there is a bonus W that we like to identify the urgency. So you're here now, you want to go here. What is the urgency to do that? Because if you're looking to do it over the next year, I don't know if we'd be the best fit because I'm looking to help someone do it right now. And if you're looking to go from here to there tomorrow, I don't know what magic fairy marketing pixie dust I can do that will allow you to achieve that in one day, but I'll try my best if you're open to it. Okay. Now, restating the 3 W's for confirmation is the positioning of where you go from qualifying to actually selling. Restating the 3 W's is very easy. I'm going to make one up as we go in 3, 2, 1. Hey, Michelle, I just want to recap everything we spoke about thus far today so I can be sure we're on the same page. So right now you're generating about 10 new med spa patients every single month. You want to double that because you just got a brand new machine, you have a new esthetician, you have the availability, but the biggest obstacle in doubling your patient rate every single month is your marketing really hasn't worked before. Most of your business is word of mouth and you don't really know the first thing about Facebook ads. Did I get that all right? Got it. Awesome. Look, now we're going to go into the transition. Look, I'd love to help you. And frankly, I'm extremely confident that there's a good fit that we can work together and support you. If you're open to it and can give me another 10 minutes or so, I can show you our program that will help you achieve the 10 to 20 result that you're looking for. How does that sound? And that's the transition. Now, every offer that you do in your pitch deck is going to be with an Ascension Promise. Now, we have an entirely different training on pitch decks that I'm not going to break down today, but you always have to start with the result, the promise, the transformational result that you're providing to a client. So if you work with gyms, you're providing them 30 new members a month. If you work with a restaurant, you're getting them 100 new clients per month. Whatever it might be, your result, whether it's guaranteed or not, needs to be the very first thing and then confirmed that they want it. Otherwise, what's the purpose of continuing? You want to have a 3 to 5 step framework for how you achieve the promise so that you can back up your bold claim and be able to have a logical framework so that they can understand, all right, this makes sense. I can see how you can get this result. Now, what you need to do in sales is ensure that you confirm the value of the service without the price. This is an important confirmation statement that a lot of people miss. If you are just doing like, hey, we're going to get this, this, and this, and this, and it's going to be this price. Do you want it? Most of the time, they don't remember anything you said. They only heard the price. So when you say, hey, Michelle, we're going to get you 30 new patients for your med spa every single month. I'm going to do all the calling done for you, the appointment setting done for you. You just have to service your med spa patients. Do you want this? Well, I want to know what the price is. Before that, let's say the price makes sense to you. The ROI is obviously there. Do you want this? Yeah, I definitely want this. Awesome. Now, you want to back up your bold claim. Now, look, obviously, I know it's a bold claim to say we're going to get you 30 new patients a month, but look, I did it for Tristan and I did it for Greg and I did it for Parker, right? Obviously, then you want to go into the ROI. Now, this can be a calculator, this can be a story, however it works best for you, just making sure that they understand it's a no-brainer to work with them. The key little gift that you're looking for in the ROI framing is actually increasing the price. Here's how you do it. So you'll be like, hey, yo, Michelle, we've been speaking about this, right? We're going to get you 30 new patients. Let's say I asked you to invest $5,000 total. You're not going to. Don't worry. Don't run off the call. Just hear me out. And then you finish the ROI framing and you're like, you're going to make 10 or 20 grand. Isn't that a no-brainer? They're like, absolutely. But then you say, look, the great thing about it is you're not going to invest 5 grand to make 20. You're only going to invest $29.97 a month, and you can be making $20,000 or $25,000. And I was being conservative with those numbers. What do you think? I think you should do it. Telling them to do it is such a key element to success. Conviction in sales is so important. If you don't have conviction and confidence in your offer, you don't deserve to sell. It's so important to confidently and with integrity tell someone, hey, this is the right investment for you. It's why you got on this call. It's why you're here. And I'm going to help you achieve your result that you're looking for. And I'd love to work with you. Very key. Obviously, there's more than likely going to be some objection handling, which we can deal with at another time. Again, if you want to jump on a call with me, I'd be happy to support you on that. You want to get paid on the phone. The very important frame is when they say, yeah, let's do it. Say, awesome. Here's what we're going to do. Our next step is we're going to take the investment here. We're going to send you our email. We're going to schedule our kickoff call. If they're kind of wishy-washy about that, get at least a deposit. This is how you do it. Hey, look, totally understand you need to move money around before, but you're telling me you're giving me your word. We're working on to get on this together. Excellent. So here's what I'd love to do. Put down a $500 refundable deposit. I'll just lock your place in. You'll become our sole med spa in Texas. Won't work with anyone else, or Dallas rather. And ultimately what we'll do is when we get on the kickoff call, you make the rest of the investment and I'll just refund you the $500 from this card. You can use the other card you wanted. And then schedule the next follow-up. This doesn't matter if you get paid or not. If someone objects to you and they don't want to pay you on the call, always schedule the follow-up. Always. And my clients in POD, they know I'm going to yell at them if they don't have the next call followed up or scheduled if they didn't get the sale on that first call. So that is the one call close frames cheat sheet.